Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. I want to give double honors to my prophets and elders, great millstone, who teach very well. Why don't this teach from? And salutation out there to the hopeful elect, who continue to push His word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And also shalom to the men, the children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh Yahushua. And today, it's basically going on again on the truth and nothing but the truth, man. Because it's prophesied, it's commanded us to tell the truth, man. It's commanded for us to preach the words of Yahweh Yahushua with no, for lack of better words, chaser, man. Because this truth is raw with no chaser. And if you don't tell the truth and you add something to it, it's basically you breaking the law, man. You telling people that the MOTB is sleeping with white women. Guess what? That's you breaking the law, man. Because a lot of these Israelites kept talking about the law. But if you lie on the scriptures, that's you breaking the law, man. Let's get this in Exodus 23 and verse 1. Thou shalt not raise a false report. What's the part of that false report? God speaking about peace. God speaking about everything is going to be okay, man. Not knowing that a sword is finna be sent by Yahweh Yahushua, man. Read this again. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Because a lot of these guys, they're hand joining head with Esau. That's why they can't teach certain things, man. Because if you got that 501c3 charter, it's certain things that you can't teach, man. It's certain things that you have to put on a back burner and lie about in order for you to get that little piece of change. But at the same time, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahushua, the Lord told us to preach this truth without any filters, man. Just straight up raw. Let's get another one in Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah 23. I'm going to jump down. Yep, Jeremiah 23, and I'm going to start at verse 15. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts concerning the prophets, behold, I will feed them with wormwood and make them drink the water of God. For from the prophets of Jerusalem is profaneness going forth into all the land. Yes, man, because ultimately these false prophets is going to have to be destroyed, man. Why? Because of the bullshit that they have been pushing out there, man. They haven't been warning the people what's been going on. You've been telling people everything is going to be A-okay. All you got to do is pay your tax and wear your fringes, not knowing that a famine is coming, man. Not knowing that Yahweh Yahushua is finna send wild beasts of the field. Not knowing that apparitions is finna be more heavy and heavy as we get closer and closer to the end, man. So when those things do happen to the people and they get caught with their pants down, they're going to blame you. And rightfully so, they're going to blame you. Because why? You didn't tell them the truth, man. Let's go ahead and continue on to verse 16. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets, that prophesy unto you that make you vain. A part of the prophets making you vain, or the false prophets making you vain, is telling you that you need to make it here in America, man. Telling you that you need to get a college. Instead, we can make a Israelite college, man. Let's go ahead and continue on and finish it off. It says they speak a vision of their own heart and not out of the mouth of the Lord Yahweh Yahushua. Yes, man. Instead of you speaking the truth, you basically lean into your own understanding, not knowing that Yahweh Yahushua, He's going to judge you for that, man. Because it's a penalty. Again, going back into the law, it's a penalty to raise a false report. It's a penalty not to prophesy the right things. And matter of fact, let's go to Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter, because it totally breaks it down, man, about how you should warn people actually to save their life, because you preaching this word is actually saving lives, man, whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, man. But you prophesying about Yahushua is saving lives out here, man. People repent, like the scriptures say, angels rejoice in heaven when somebody repent, man. So let's go ahead and read this in Ezekiel 33, and I'm going to start at verse 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the church of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring a sword upon the land, if the people take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, which meaning what? A prophet, man. That's why you subscribe to certain channels. That's why you listen to certain camps. Those are the watchmen that you're trusting in, man. And the job of a watchman is to make sure that the village is safe, man. Make sure that the village don't get caught with their pants down. And when a watchman sees something coming, they have to blow the trumpet. Continuing on. Tell you at verse 3. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, He blows the trumpet and warns the people. How is we seeing the trumpet blowing? I mean, how is we seeing the evil upon the land? We're seeing the evil upon the land by this devil making different laws, legislations to come after us, pushing forth different false flags to have a reason to come after us. You know what I'm saying? But again, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Lord, He's going to make a way for the lack of better words, man. Let's go ahead and continue on. He says, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. So if we warned you, if we told you that the MOTB is the RFID chip, and you didn't hearken unto that, that's going to be on you. The blood is going to be upon your hands. So continuing on, it says, he that heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. So again, you hearing this word and you hearkening unto these words is actually going to lead into your salvation, man. Let's go ahead and continue on, though. It says, but if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, you see Esau got these different laws and legislations, man. You see this devil is finna get ready to make these different stations. I'm not going to say it, these different mandate stations. If brothers know what I'm talking about, man. You know? It says, but if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. And that's why the Lord says you have to be apt to teach and answer every question, man. Because one question can be important to save that person's life, man. A person can ask you about the Sabbath, you know? Because he's trying to see if he should sleep with his woman tonight or not. And you tell him, nah, man, the Sabbath is on Saturday and Sunday. Guess what? If he sleep with his woman right then, and, you know, something bad happens, because, you know, everybody falls short. But at the same time, just making an example. But guess what? If he sleep with his woman that night and you knew better it was the Sabbath, then guess what? His blood is going to be upon your hands, man. Because even though that brother was sincere, you told him the wrong thing. And that's why the Lord said, if anyone that shall add from this book, take away from this book, man. When you preach this word, you have to tell the truth, but nothing, only the truth, man. Nothing defiled or no guile should be on your mouth when it comes to your Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Let's go ahead and continue on to verse 7. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Now this is for the men who have taken their hand to the plow, man. You're basically a servant. You're an employee, because employee goes back into a servant. You're an employee for the master of the universe, man. Continuing on. It says, therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. Yes, and a part of us warning you from Yahweh Shem Yahushua is warning you about the plagues that's going to come upon the planet Earth, man. Because again, a lot of these jakes who listen to LeBron James, you know, they listen to LeBron James, they listen to Umar, and they listen to Farrakhan. You know, guys who set them up for their watchmen, ultimately those people are going to be led into a dead end, man. But if you walking into this doctrine, you're going to have life everlasting, man. But again, Jake loved to hear smooth things rather than hearing the truth, man. Jake want to hear everything is going to be all right. Instead of say, hey, Craig's in trouble, grab everything and run, you know? Let's get this in Isaiah 30, verse 9. It says, this is a rebellious people, lying children that would not hear the law of the Lord. Yes, they don't want to hear the law of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They don't want to hear the roughness of the scriptures, man. When you start talking about a family, they start cringing, man. You start talking about little babies getting killed, they start cringing. Why? Because they don't want to hear it. Verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. So basically, our people want to hear they want to hear a false report, man. They want to hear everything is going to be all right, man. Not knowing that death and destruction is around the corner, man. Continuing on. It says, get ye out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. They don't want to hear about Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. They don't want to hear about how Yahweh is going to deliver us from these dangerous times, man. The only thing they want to hear about is when LeBron James is going to score 30 again, or who's going to win the NBA championship or the college football playoffs, man. And again, you know, brothers, ain't nothing wrong with brothers talking about that, but that's not the brothers' main focus, man. Our main focus is when we're going to get out of here and when we're going to get delivered. Lord willing, we be a part of that number, man. Continuing on, it says, wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression. And right there, that's why Jake is so stuck to this place, because they trust in oppression, man. They trust in the wickedness of Esau, man. The wickedness of this society. It says, and perverseness, and stay thereon. Yes, you want to stay in a burning building, for a lack of better words, because it's going to get destroyed, man. Whether you run out the building or whether you stay in it, the building is still going to get destroyed, man. You know? Continuing on. It says, therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking coming suddenly at an instant. Yes, man, because you're going to think America's going to be okay in the okie dokie, all the chokey. You think it's going to be all good, but all of a sudden, Lord, he's going to catch you niggas with your pants down, man. You know? Every you know, you're gonna go to McDonald's and get you a Big Mac, and all of a sudden your credit card don't work, man. This is gonna be the beginning of your woes. Continuing on in verse 14, though, it says, and he shall break it as the breaking of a potter's vessel. And that shows you how fickle this kingdom is, man. Just one little pinch can break this whole kingdom down, man. It says that is broken in pieces, he should not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a shard to take fire from the heap, or water to take powder without of the pit. So basically, the Lord, he's going to break this place down, and it's not going to be able to hold anything up, man. It's not going to, you know, like, matter of fact, a priest said this came on math. What he had about Shemal Shai. He's going to break this place down so it can't hold anything up. Isaiah 3:1. For behold, the Lord of hosts, they'll take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff. Once you go into that word stay and that word staff, it means stability or something that'll hold you up upon, man. So, Lord, he's going to take away all carnal comforts in this place, man. Whether it be by you going to get something to eat or whether it be by you just going to get some gas, man. The Lord is going to take that shit away, man. Because why? You didn't hearken unto him. Why? It's a necessary evil, man. Continuing on. It says the whole state of water, and then the whole state of bread, and the whole state of water. And again, it's going to be a famine out here, man. And a lot of people are not learning about it. You know, telling the people about it, man. Preparing yourself mentally to see a lot of people ribs touching their stomach, man. Because, hey, the times we're coming in is the times like never before, man. And the only way we can get through these dangerous times is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiyah Shai, man. So, yeah, I can just a quick little video. I pray it was edifying. I want to say, call Allah Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakodash, Shalom, DTA, and the Bible.